Hey, what's going on, you lovely people? Frank Valkyria here. Welcome to the channel. So, let's see what we have. This document is quite interesting because through it we get to understand a little bit of the dynamics and the motives behind her team and what they were going after. So I've probably already seen a bunch of videos also from other YouTubers and also that Umbrella guy in regards of bots being basically programmed to act in a certain way, and all kinds of bot trolls going around creating fake accounts and whatnot. So keep that in mind. And this document shows something quite interesting because, as you can see here, it seems that she was asking to get the addresses, like internet addresses, of users on this platform right here, to just because they were writing something not positive about her. So let's go through it one at a time here. Let's see if we can find the top. I'll find the top, that's a certainty. So Plaintiff John C. Depp submits the following statement in response to the status report filed by the defendant, Miss H, regarding her pending subpoena to Twitter. Introduction. First, the subpoena seeks documents that are irrelevant. So probably because they want to know who those people are. Second, the subpoena unreasonably and unnecessarily intrudes on the privacy rights of hundreds of third-party consumers without any valid basis for doing so, apparently based on nothing more than the fact that they have commented unfavorably about Miss H on social media. Unfavorably. Wow, I made it. The subpoena Exhibit 1 is irrelevant to this action, particularly following the dismissal of the third claim in Miss H counterclaim, which was based on the far-fetched and baseless theory that various unfavorable posts about Miss H on social media constituted harassment by computer in violation of Virginia Code and were somehow attributed to Mr. Depp counterclaim. So, again, blaming, pointing fingers, social media, nothing new. As an aside, Mr. Depp briefly notes that Miss H's third counterclaim appears to have been noting more than a speculative, unfounded, and rather bizarre distraction from the real issue in this case. Miss H is a well-known actress and public figure embroiled in a widely publicized dispute, and there is nothing surprising or unusual in the fact that some persons on the internet and in social media have posted unfavorable comments about her. To state the obvious, Ms. Depp has been on the receiving end of unfavorable comments on the internet as well. Well, in fact, if you remember, keep reminding yourself that for 6 years she was believed, and she rode the wave of all the support from organization, from Me Too, ACLU, whatnot, going around speaking in the name of DV survivors and all of that. So keep that in mind. For 6 long years she benefited from that kind of support, which Johnny Depp did not receive. So that you are a public figure and you do stuff that some people will not agree with and they comment and share opinion, it's just normal. It's just how it is. You can share your opinion even in this very video and leave a comment below, and you can express your thoughts. That's how it is. So only your second counterclaim for defamation has partially survived. None of the statement by other Twitter user has been alleged as a basis for that surviving counterclaim. The subpoena intrudes on the legitimacy privacy interest of more than 200 Twitter account holders. The subpoena is also subjected to objection because it seeks to intrude on legitimate privacy interest of more than 2,000 Twitter accounts on the basis that this third-party consumer have posted unfavorable about Miss H. Miss H assert without analysis or citation to authority that the subpoena does not seek private information. Not so, among other things, the subpoena seeks IP addresses associated with Twitter accounts that have posted unfavorably about Miss H. As Twitter specifically explained in its own status report, such information can be used to unmask anonymous speakers. So this is a technique which I guess kids call the doxing, which is like trying to release private information of people which you don't like, and to spread it on the web. Matter of fact, they've tried to do this not only with that Umbrella guy, which is one of the, let's say, bigger channel doing coverage on both sides, you know, Dep, H, whatever it's happening. So they went after him. They're trying to, you know, disclose private informations, which it's not allowed. And obviously it's a clear technique of going after somebody's reputation, because it's the easiest way of leverage some intimidation on that person. And I've said this already, but you know, that's an obvious attempt at first of all manipulating your own image, of course, but it's a straightforward attempt at harassment, which that's not cool. And also trying to get any kind of leverage and power over another person for intimidation, and then maybe followed by a lawsuit or whatnot, trying to silence somebody that it's speaking unfavorably about you. So just keep that in mind when she was so adamant about the what is it, the First Amendment in the American Constitution about you know, protecting free speech. Again, it's always about free speech as long as, you know, she has control over it, of what people are saying, and it makes no sense. In short, the subpoena seeks information of no relevance and intrudes on legitimate privacy interest. Mr. Depp respectfully submit that after the dismissal of Miss H's third counterclaim, the subpoena can no longer be justified to the extent it was ever justifiable, and now ought to be withdrawn. So, Camila Vasquez, yes. So, Camila, you know, the hem in the middle stands for Mega Chad, okay? The female version of Mega Chad. What is it, the female version of Mega Chad? Anyway, I don't know it, but definitely it's that. If you don't know what a Mega Chad is, Google it. So, this is interesting one more time, simply for the reason that through this you understand the sort of what people they are, you know, and obviously vindictive, manipulative. They want to go after people. They want to go after 200 Twitter users, you know. Those people use bots. They're using bots to flag other YouTubers, Twitter accounts, trying to get rid of them with those kind of like synthetic manners, illegal manners. And in the same time, they're trying to do even more illegal stuff, trying to dox people, to discourage them, going after them and their privacy, so that they can have some kind of like power to silence them afterwards. So, wow, that's quite shocking actually. But I'm also not so much shocked, because this is exactly the type of behavior you would expect from a villain, from somebody that it's more busy with their image than with the truth. And once more, you know, luckily Johnny had very good lawyers, but also keep in mind that a lot of the evidence that was, you see, they want to have private information of people which don't even have nothing to do with this whole thing, right? And they want to have that information. They want to collect as much information as possible so they can use it against people. But at the same time, a lot of the requests of Johnny is in terms of, you know, him asking her and her team to bring in evidence which were on those tablets, phones, or whatnot. They were, they were at best like slowed down, not cooperative, and most likely fiddled with, as we have learned from Neumeister deposition in the documents where he stated that, you know, the extraction of those hard drives and phones, files were not made easy by the not cooperative nature of her team, and also because her team forensic was using unlicensed programs for extraction, which made a lot of the stuff unusable, or at least not verifiable. So that tells you also a lot about, you know, the type of people they are. They tried very much to withhold evidence, you know, through phones and tablets and clouds and whatnot, but they want to have as much as possible from even people that have nothing to do with this, that perhaps are just saying like, hey, you know what, I think you're a liar. Huh? That's a very close plane right there. Anyway, guys, very interesting documents. Doxing failed, and we are lucky about that. And also freedom of speech. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I will really appreciate that. Or leave a comment. It's also very good. And hit the like if you want. I know. That's why I say it at the end. I see you later. Take care of yourself.